Number 1. The 1980 Diesel Cadillac Eldorado, listed for $4,300 and located in Windsor, Connecticut. This isn't your average Eldorado. This one comes with a factory-style GM 5.7-liter 350 V8 Mr. Goodwrench diesel upgrade, making it one of the more unique Cadillac offerings from the early 1980s. And whether you're a diesel enthusiast, a collector who loves rare powertrains, or someone who simply wants a standout project with character, this Eldorado is definitely worth a look. The seller has recently pulled the Cadillac out of storage, and while it still needs a full detail, it starts up, it runs, and it moves under its own power. They're currently going through it to figure out exactly what it may need mechanically, but the foundation is solid. One of the biggest highlights is the addition of new front and rear disc brakes, an upgrade that not only improves safety, but also increases the value. On top of that, it's had a fresh oil change this week and a new fuel filter, along with 2 brand new batteries installed just 4 weeks ago. Another standout detail is the stainless steel half roof, an elegant styling touch that was popular during the era and gives this Eldorado that unmistakable Cadillac presence. According to the seller, the car has 0 body rot and is solid underneath, which is a major plus when dealing with a 45-year-old classic. The tires are in good shape, and a new clutch fan is being installed as part of its recent maintenance updates. Inside, the car retains all the classic Cadillac luxury features: power windows, power seats, power antenna, and even a factory CB radio, an old-school throwback that really captures the era. This Eldorado is loaded with character and represents a time when Cadillac was experimenting with alternative fuel technologies long before diesel became mainstream in American passenger cars. Now, the seller is very clear. The price is firm. No trades, no lowball offers. As they put it, go find another one. And they're not wrong. Diesel Eldorados aren't exactly lining dealership lots anymore. If diesel isn't your thing, the seller even mentions that you can drop in a standard 350 gas engine, as everything matches up, making it a flexible platform whether you want originality or a custom build. More pictures and video updates are coming soon, but as it sits now, this 1980 Cadillac Eldorado diesel offers a rare combination of originality, mechanical upgrades, and a solid body, an excellent starting point for restoration, customization, or simply enjoying a unique piece of Cadillac history. Number 2. The 1964 Ford Thunderbird Sport Coupe 2D, listed at $7,000 and located in Attleboro, Massachusetts. This is a true early 60s personal luxury icon. Wide, sleek, powerful, and unmistakably Thunderbird. With just 35,000 miles on the odometer, this example is a compelling blend of originality, style, and project car potential for anyone who loves vintage Fords. Under the hood, this Thunderbird is packing the classic 390 cubic inch V8, paired with an automatic transmission. It's already been given some attitude thanks to straight pipes feeding into Flowmaster exhaust. So when you fire it up, it delivers that deep, old-school rumble that these cars are famous for. The seller has also fitted a set of 18-inch rims, though the tires will need replacement, and the rear end sits on air ride suspension, giving the car a unique stance and some customization potential. Inside, the Thunderbird retains its original interior, which is described as being in decent shape for its age. Most of the gauges still work, which is always a plus on a 60-year-old classic. The seller also includes extra parts, gaskets, miscellaneous components, and even the original tires and hubcaps. Ideal for anyone who wants to restore the car closer to factory condition. Now, like any vintage project, this T-Bird does come with a list of needs. The car leaks oil, believed to be from the valve covers, and once the engine warms up, that leak drips on the headers, causing smoke. Fortunately, the seller already has new gaskets included with the car. The door seals need replacing, but those gaskets are also supplied. Braking is currently an issue. The drums were replaced, but the car is still hard to stop, likely just needing a proper adjustment. Mechanically, it starts, runs, and drives, but it's a project that will reward someone willing to put in the time and attention it deserves. Cosmetically, the Thunderbird is in overall good condition and presents well for its age. The bones are solid in the classic lines, those sweeping rear quarters, the long hood, and that unmistakable T-Bird roofline. Still make this car a head-turner even in its current state. It's the kind of project that can go in multiple directions. A full restoration, a period-correct cruiser, or a custom build with modern upgrades. The seller holds a clean title in hand and emphasizes that only serious buyers should reach out. No trades, just $7,000 or best offer. For someone looking to get into a 60s American classic without breaking the bank, this 1964 Ford Thunderbird Sport Coupe offers a ton of potential, a great foundation, and that timeless Ford charm that never goes out of style. Number 3. The 1965 Dodge Dart 270, listed at $7,300 and located in Fayetteville, Georgia. This is one of those cars that represents the golden era of compact American cruisers. Lightweight, stylish, simple to maintain, and unmistakably Dodge with its sharp body lines and confident presence on the road. And this particular Dart 270, finished in black inside and out, has that cool, timeless look that gives it instant curb appeal. While the odometer shows just 1,111 miles, likely reflecting mileage since its last rebuild or restoration, the car is clearly being presented as a driver, something you can cruise, enjoy, and improve as you go. The automatic transmission makes it easy to settle into the road and enjoy the ride, and the Dart's reputation for reliability and simplicity means it's a great classic for both experienced collectors and newcomers to the hobby. The exterior wears a classic black finish that suits the car's compact but confident stance. The 65 Dart 270 models have a crisp, straightforward design, sharp fenders, a wide grille, and clean trim that gives the car a refined but sporty look. Black paint on a 60s sedan always adds a bit of attitude, and this one has that understated, no-nonsense Mopar personality that people appreciate at shows and weekend meets. Inside, it continues the theme with a matching black interior. It keeps the classic feel, simple dash layout, bench seating, and that unmistakable vintage Chrysler switchgear. The interior condition wasn't highly detailed in the listing, but with an all-black setup, you're already working with a clean and cohesive starting point, whether you plan to restore, preserve, or customize. Mechanically, Dodge Darts are known for their simplicity and ruggedness. They're some of the easiest classic American cars to own, with parts availability that makes maintenance straightforward. This car's automatic transmission setup keeps it accessible and enjoyable, making a great candidate for someone who wants a classic daily driver, a weekend cruiser, or even a foundation for a future performance build. Something Dart models are extremely popular for. At an asking price of $7,300, this 1965 Dodge Dart 270 offers strong value for anyone looking for a mid-60s classic that won't break the bank. Its all-black presentation, simple drivetrain, and clean lines make it a great entry point into Mopar ownership. Whether you're looking for a nostalgic cruiser, a project with potential, or just a cool vintage ride that stands out from the crowd, this Dart 270 is a charming piece of American automotive history waiting for its next chapter. Number 4. The 1977 Pontiac Grand Prix two-door, listed for $13,500 and located in Matthews, North Carolina. With 88,713 miles and an automatic transmission, this Grand Prix represents everything people love about the era: comfort, presence, and a driving experience that's less about speed and more about smooth, confident cruising. And this particular car has a pedigree, owned, maintained, and cherished by a true classic car enthusiast who kept it garaged and in exceptional condition, finished in its original gold paint. The exterior shows off that signature long hood, short deck Grand Prix shape, highlighted by the sharp Pontiac lines and the formal roofline that define the brand's luxury sport identity. The paint is original, the body is rust-free, and the car maintains that authentic, untouched look that collectors love. A matching tan interior completes the classic color combination, giving the cabin a warm, elegant feel that was unmistakably Pontiac during this era. Under the hood sits the 301 cubic inch, 5.0L V8, an engine known for smoothness and reliability. This Grand Prix hasn't just been preserved. It's been actively maintained and updated to keep it in tip-top running condition. The seller notes a list of important equipment that remains fully functional, including the air conditioning, engine block heater, cruise control, and AM/FM stereo. It's the kind of classic you can get in, turn the key, and simply enjoy. Rolling on GR78 X15 white wall steel-belted radial tires, the car still carries a correct period appearance, sitting under a clean Landau roof that enhances a luxury look. The bench seats make the interior feel like a rolling living room, wide, comfortable, and inviting. Everything about the presentation suggests careful ownership. No rust, garage-kept clean title, and overall condition that stands far above what's typically found for this generation. The 77 Grand Prix is exactly the kind of car that reminds us why personal luxury coupes were so popular in the 70s. They weren't built for racing. They were built for style, comfort, and presence. The long fenders, the elegant trim, the plush interior, and the smooth V8 all come together to create a laid-back, enjoyable driving experience that modern cars simply don't replicate. The seller makes it clear that this is a serious collector-quality vehicle, priced fairly at $15,000 firm, with no low offers entertained. And honestly, for a Grand Prix that's this original, this clean, and this well-preserved, it's hard to argue with the firmness of price. For anyone searching for a true survivor-grade 70s Pontiac, something rust-free, untouched, and lovingly maintained, this 1977 Grand Prix stands out as one of those rare opportunities. It's a time capsule luxury cruiser ready for shows, weekend drives, or simply preserving as a piece of personal luxury history. Number 5. The 1977 Buick Century, listed for $17,000 and located in New Iberia, Louisiana. This is a car that stands out not only because it's all original, but also because it's been tastefully upgraded in ways that make it a true head-turner on the street. With just 56,000 miles and only 2 owners since new, this Buick Century has clearly been loved, cared for, and preserved. The heart of this classic is the Buick 350 engine paired with the matching 350 transmission, a famously smooth and reliable setup from the era. According to the seller, the car runs great and drives anywhere confidently, thanks to a long list of recent mechanical updates. In the last 7 months alone, it has received new brakes, a new water pump, a new fan clutch, a new radiator, and a new transmission cooler. All the essentials have been refreshed, making this Buick not just a showpiece but a dependable cruiser. But what really sets this 77 Century apart is its style. The car rides on a set of 22-inch golden chrome spoke wheels wrapped in classic Vogues, an unmistakable combination that instantly elevates the car's presence. The stance, the shine, the color contrast, they all work together to give this Buick that unmistakable luxury custom aesthetic. The vinyl top and the interior are described as flawless, reinforcing the claim that this is a well-preserved and well-maintained classic inside and out. And if you appreciate good sound systems, this Buick has you covered. The car features a full audio setup with a custom console, backdash speakers, subs in the trunk, a bass amplifier, a highs amplifier, and 4 red top batteries to keep everything powered clean and strong. Whether you're cruising the boulevard or showing out at a meet, this Century brings the entertainment with it. The seller emphasizes that everything about the car's condition allows it to be driven anywhere, long distances, daily cruising, or weekend events, with confidence. It truly bridges the gap between originality and customization. An all-original body, drivetrain, and interior, paired with modern stylistic touches and mechanical upgrades that keep it fresh and reliable. Priced at $17,000, this 1977 Buick Century offers a unique opportunity for anyone who wants a classic that doesn't just sit in the garage, but actually turns heads everywhere it goes. It's rare to find a 70s sedan this clean, this original, and this well-equipped with both mechanical updates and custom enhancements. If you're looking for a cruiser that blends old-school Buick comfort with bold street presence, this is one car you won't want to miss. Located in New Iberia, Louisiana, it's ready for its next owner. Someone who can appreciate the care, the originality, and the unmistakable style this Buick brings to the road. Number 6. The 1970 Pontiac Catalina, listed at $6,000 and located in Conway, Missouri. This is classic, full-size American cruising at its best, long, comfortable, powerful, and built in an era when Detroit didn't hold back on size or presence. With 80,000 miles, an automatic transmission, and a strong-running drivetrain, this Catalina represents one of the best entry points into vintage Pontiac ownership. Right away, the seller makes one thing clear. This car runs and drives extremely well. It fires right up every time, idles smoothly, and has been driven locally without issue. They even mention that you could realistically fly in and drive at home, a statement that speaks volumes about its mechanical confidence. For a car that's more than 50 years old, that alone sets it apart from the typical project listings. Under the hood sits Pontiac Stout 400 V8 paired with a 2-barrel carburetor. But for buyers who want a bit more performance, the seller includes a 4-barrel intake and a set of headers. Perfect parts to unlock more power and wake up the engine if you decide to upgrade down the road. It's a great setup whether you're content to cruise it as is or want to build something with a little more muscle and attitude. The body, for a 1970, is described as pretty solid and straight. Yes, it has some rust. Most old Pontiacs do, but nothing that takes away from its drivability or potential. In fact, the seller believes it's an excellent candidate for a full restoration thanks to its overall straightness and completeness. Or, if you prefer the patina cruiser look, you can enjoy the car just the way it sits and still turn heads everywhere you go. A huge bonus with this Catalina is that it comes with a 1970 Bonneville parts car. That's a game changer for anyone thinking about restoring or improving this car. Full-size Pontiacs share many components, and having a parts car means access to trim pieces, interior bits, hardware, and hard-to-find sheet metal that can save thousands in sourcing costs later. The seller also mentions having most, if not all, of the original AC components, plus a nice pair of front and rear lower valances. Those pieces are gold for anyone planning to bring this Catalina back to glory, and it's rare to find someone including so many important extras. Overall, this 1970 Pontiac Catalina is the kind of classic that offers both immediate enjoyment and long-term potential. It cruises beautifully, has that unmistakable early 70s Pontiac presence, and comes with a load of extra parts that make an excellent foundation for restoration. Whether you want a reliable big body weekend cruiser or a full project that you can build into something special, this Catalina delivers value far beyond its modest $6,000 asking price. Located in Conway, Missouri, it's ready for someone who appreciates classic American comfort, big block charm, and the timeless appeal of full-size Pontiac design. Number 7. The 1980 Chevrolet Corvette Hardtop 2D comes to the list priced at $7,000 and is located in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, showing just 45,000 miles on the clock and paired with an automatic transmission. Though introduced as a Corvette, the heart of the listing reveals something even more unusual, a very rare 1976 Dodge Aspen Special Edition F-Series, a model almost never found in such preserved condition today. With under 45,000 original miles, this Aspen is a true survivor from an era when most were simply daily drivers, used up and forgotten rather than saved. Now on its third owner since 2022, the car has been pampered and used strictly for car shows, powered by a smooth 318 V8 and kept in excellent running condition. The body is rust-free undercoat and mostly original, showing only minor touch-ups and a few paint chips on the rear fenders. While the AC isn't working, nearly everything else remains pristine. Garage kept with meticulous service records. The car comes loaded with extras. For rally wheels and rims, for magnum wheels, an extra rebuilt carburetor, spare front headlights, additional steering and rear trim pieces, and more. The seller has already rejected two $9,000 offers, firmly holding out for a full $10,000, insisting the car is worth every bit of it. Clean title, certified bank check required, and transactions must be finalized with their notary. This one is strictly for serious buyers who appreciate a rare, well-preserved piece of Mopar history. Number 8. The 1976 Dodge Aspen Special Edition comes in at an asking price of $10,000 and is located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, showing just 45,000 original miles with an automatic transmission. This is a genuinely rare survivor, an F-Series Special Edition, the kind of car that almost never appears in this kind of condition today. Back when they were new, Aspens were everyday workhorses, driven constantly and rarely preserved, which makes this example something special. The current seller is only the third owner, having cared for it since 2022 and using it strictly for car shows. Under the hood sits a 318 V8, and the car remains in excellent mechanical and cosmetic condition, with mostly original parts and just minor restoration work. It's rust-free, fully undercoat, and still carries crisp body lines, showing only a few paint chips on the rear fenders. The AAIC is non-functional, but nearly everything else is described as pristine. Garage kept with detailed service records. This Aspen also includes a generous collection of extras. For rally wheels and rims, for magnum wheels, a rebuilt spare carburetor, additional headlights, extra steering and rear trim pieces, and more. The seller has already declined two separate $9,000 offers, firmly holding the line at the full $10,000, confident the car is worth every dollar. Clean title in hand, but serious buyers only. Payment must be made by certified bank check, and all paperwork goes through their notary. This is one of those uncommon opportunities to own a preserved piece amid 70s Mopar history. Number 9. The 1970 Chevrolet Caprice Classic is priced at $14,000 and sits in Pleasant Hill, Missouri, showing 144,445 miles on the odometer with an automatic transmission. This is a true big body cruiser from the golden age of Chevrolet, and what makes it especially desirable is its status as a factory big block 454 car, a configuration that wasn't just powerful, but relatively rare for Caprices of this era. From a factory, it also came equipped with air conditioning and power windows, giving it that high-end, luxury feel Chevy was aiming for in 1970. The seller has put significant effort into keeping the mechanical side dialed in, with a long list of new components already taken care of. A fresh battery, new exhaust, shocks, brakes, and calipers, fuel pump, distributor, carburetor, plus new plugs, wires, and a full set of tires. In other words, most of the essential running hardware has been updated, making this Caprice a solid running and driving car that can be enjoyed immediately. Cosmetically, it still needs some attention. A couple exterior moldings are missing, and the interior needs to be finished. So there's room here for a buyer to put their personal touch on it. The AC system currently isn't functional, and the compressor is not included, but the bones of the factory setup are there. Taken as a whole, this Caprice is a strong project with major mechanical work already complete, offering the perfect combination of old-school comfort, big block muscle, and classic presence for someone ready to take it the rest of the way. Number 10. The 1976 Mercury Cougar XR 7 Coupe 2D comes to the list with an asking price of $18,000, residing in Wilmington, North Carolina, and showing only 32,081 miles. A remarkably low figure for a luxury coupe nearly 50 years old. This Cougar is described as a beautiful, unmolested survivor, and it certainly lives up to that reputation. Under the hood sits its original 351 Windsor 2V engine, paired with a C4 automatic transmission and a 2.75 rear differential, making it a smooth, relaxed cruiser just as Mercury intended. The car wears an original cream exterior, which pairs perfectly with the gold and cream interior, giving it that unmistakable 70s elegance. In 2005, both the carpeting and the bottom paint were refreshed, but beyond that, this XR7 remains largely untouched, preserved rather than restored. The air conditioning has not yet been converted, and the factory clock no longer works. But these minor details are overshadowed by the car's originality and overall condition. The seller is the third owner and has kept a detailed maintenance book dating all the way back to 1976, documenting everything the car has undergone throughout its life. In 2020, the Cougar made a trouble-free road trip from New York, a testament to its reliability. The owner even admits that sometimes they simply open the garage just to look at the car, an emotion that every classic car lover understands. This Cougar XR7 stands as a clean, well-preserved piece of Mercury's luxury heritage, ready for its next enthusiast. Number 11. The 1982 Chevrolet Caprice Classic, listed at $9,900 and located in North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, stands as one of those quietly impressive survivors that remind you just how durable and elegant early 1980s American sedans could be. This particular example has only 61,000 original miles, a number that instantly signals how lightly and lovingly it has been used throughout its life. Even more telling, the seller notes that the previous owner held on to the car for over 35 years, a span long enough for the world to change dramatically. Yet this Caprice remained in steady hands, consistently maintained, properly sheltered, and clearly appreciated. When a car stays with someone that long, it usually means one thing: it was worth keeping. Equipped with a classic V8 engine and an automatic transmission, this 1982 model embodies the smooth, confident driving feel that made the Caprice name legendary. These cars weren't built for speed or flash. They were built for comfort, reliability, and long-distance ease, a trait that many modern cars still struggle to replicate. One standout detail is the cold air conditioning, which is becoming increasingly rare in classics that have crossed the 40-year mark. The fact that it still blows cold tells you a lot about how well this vehicle has been cared for mechanically and how preserved its original systems remain. The overall condition of the car is described as a rare find, and that's not an exaggeration. Many Caprices from this era ended up as daily drivers, taxi fleet cars, or were simply used until there was nothing left to save. Finding an example that remains clean, original, low mileage, and unmodified is becoming more uncommon each year. This one maintains its authentic presence, retaining the understated elegance and square body design that defined early 80s American automotive styling. The The lines are simple and honest, the proportions commanding yet balanced, and the road presence unmistakable. For collectors, this Caprice offers an opportunity to own a piece of GM's long-running legacy, one that still has plenty of life left while carrying the nostalgia of an era before digital dashboards, complicated electronics, and lightweight materials. For enthusiasts who simply want a comfortable, reliable cruiser, this car is ideal, easy to drive, easy to maintain, and known for its durability. In a market where many classics command high prices with questionable histories, this 1982 Chevrolet Caprice Classic stands out for the opposite reason. It has nothing to hide, just a clean, well-kept, long-owned American sedan with documented care, low miles, and a kind of originality that makes it genuinely special. At $9,900, it positions itself as both a collectible and a practical classic, perfect for weekend drives, shows, or simply owning a preserved piece of American automotive history. Number 12. The 1974 Ford Maverick, listed at $9,800 and located in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia, is the kind of classic that instantly catches the attention of anyone who appreciates originality and solid survivor cars. This Maverick has 89,000 miles and comes with an automatic transmission, but what truly sets it apart is its condition, described as an Arizona survivor that is solid and rust-free from top to bottom. For a 1974 model, finding original metal this clean is becoming increasingly rare, and the seller makes it clear. The paint you see is mostly original, which is remarkable for its age. Powered by the dependable 200 CI inline-six, the car is reported to be running, driving, inspected, and tagged, making it ready for the road from day one. The seller emphasizes that this Maverick is nearly all original, and its backstory supports that claim. They purchased the car in March 2016 while it was sitting in a storage lot in Phoenix, Arizona, where it had remained untouched for years, one of those forgotten desert survivors that avoided rust simply because of its dry climate. After locating it, they had the car shipped to Chicago and then trailed it back to Pennsylvania, where they brought it back to life with a combination of mechanical repairs and light cosmetic work. The Maverick did need some attention after years of sitting, and the seller provides a detailed list of the work completed. The right front fender had metal damage near the headlight bucket, and the roof paint was faded. So both areas were repaired and repainted, carefully matched to blend with the original exterior color. The result, according to the seller, is a clean and accurate finish that preserves the car's original look. Mechanically, a number of important updates were made to ensure the Maverick is dependable and roadworthy. This includes a new Mustang gas tank, new exhaust, new hood hinges, new turn signal lever, and a new headlight door. These upgrades show the owner didn't cut corners. They focus on making the car safe, functional, and reliable without altering its originality. The car now drives well and has all the essential systems refreshed, so it can be enjoyed immediately. While the exterior and mechanical aspects are in impressive condition, the seller notes that the interior still needs to be finished, giving the next owner an opportunity to personalize or restore the cabin to their taste without having to undo someone else's work. With the body already solid and mechanicals sorted, the remaining interior touches can be viewed as a simple finishing step rather than a major project. Overall, this 1974 Ford Maverick represents a rare chance to own an honest, mostly original survivor that hasn't been over-restored, modified, or patched together. Its Western state roots, clean metal, original paint, and documented mechanical revitalization make it an excellent starting point for a full restoration, or a unique classic to enjoy just the way it is. At $9,800, it's a solid entry into the world of vintage Fords, offering both reliability and collectability wrapped in a true survivor story. Number 13. The 1969 Chevrolet Nova, listed at $17,000 and located in Port Huron, Michigan, is a true old-school muscle machine that blends classic character with a long list of performance upgrades. Showing 113,000 miles and equipped with an automatic transmission, this Nova has the soul of a street brawler and the personality of a garage-built hot rod from the golden era of American performance. Originally a 4-speed car, it now packs an automatic TH350, putting power down through a tough Ford 9-inch rear end with a 4-link setup, though the rear shocks will need replacing. Even with a few rough edges, this is the kind of build that promises excitement the moment you turn the key. Under the hood, the car is far from stock. It's powered by a 383-stroker, a favorite choice among muscle car enthusiasts for its brutal torque and rev-happy nature. Supporting parts include a Demon carburetor, Victor intake, Holley 190 cubic centimeters aluminum heads, and long tube headers, all working together to make this Nova a serious performer. The ignition system is upgraded with MSD components paired with a timing controller, and for those craving an extra kick, the car even features a NOS nitrous plate kit with a purge system. It just needs a bottle installed to be fully functional. It's clear this Nova wasn't built to sit still. It was built to be driven, raced, and enjoyed. Suspension upgrades continued performance theme. Up front, it uses QA1 adjustable coilovers and tubular upper and lower control arms, improving both handling and ride control. The frame is also tied together, adding rigidity and reducing flex. Another sign this car was purpose-built with performance in mind. Recent maintenance includes new brakes, a welcome addition for stopping power that matches its performance capabilities. Inside, the Nova is described as clean and comfortable, with newer carpet already installed and a brand new headliner included. It just needs to be put in place by the next owner. The car still has heat, adding some practicality for cooler weather cruising. Overall, the interior carries the same old-school charm as the rest of the build, making it a pleasant place to enjoy the ride while offering opportunities for small finishing touches. As with many classic muscle cars, there are areas that need attention. The exterior needs paint, and there is some rust, though the seller notes the body is still solid. These cosmetic details leave plenty of room for personalization, whether the next owner wants a patina bruiser, a clean driver, or a full restoration. Despite the imperfections, the car runs and drives well, reflecting the strength of the mechanical setup and the quality of the modifications. In short, this 1969 Chevy Nova SS is a definition of an old-school build. Raw, powerful, and loaded with performance parts that matter. With a solid foundation, plenty of upgrades, and room for finishing touches. It's a great opportunity at $17,000 or best offer, and the seller is open to trades, making it even more attractive for anyone looking to step into a classic American muscle project with big potential. Number 14. The 1976 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, listed at $6,500 and located in Carthage, North Carolina, is one of those classic American coupes that immediately brings you back to the era when personal luxury cars ruled the road. This particular Cutlass has 155,000 miles and comes equipped with an automatic transmission, making it a straightforward, comfortable cruiser from one of GM's most iconic decades. Even though it's been sitting for some time, the seller notes that the vehicle ran when it was parked, meaning there's a solid chance it can be brought back to life with some fresh fluids, a tune-up, and basic revival work. For classic car enthusiasts, that's often the perfect starting point. The story behind this car adds a layer of sentiment and authenticity. The owner has passed away, and the car is now being sold as part of that transition. Vehicles like this often carry decades of memories. Road trips, weekend drives, mechanical tinkering in the garage, and knowing it belonged to someone who valued it gives it a deeper sense of history. The biggest caveat for potential buyers is that the car comes with no title, which will require extra steps depending on state regulations. But for hobbyists, restorers, or anyone familiar with older project cars, that's far from a deal breaker, especially for a model as desirable as a mid-70s Cutlass. The 1976 Cutlass Supreme represents one of the most successful nameplates of its time. These cars were known for their comfortable ride, long sweeping lines, and unmistakable 70s road presence. With its elongated hood, formal roofline, and wide stance, the Cutlass Supreme has a look that remains stylish today, bold, smooth, and pure Oldsmobile. Even in project condition, the car still carries that unmistakable silhouette that makes it instantly recognizable from a distance. Because it's been sitting, the next owner will want to give a full assessment, Fuel system, brakes, battery, cooling system, belts, hoses, and all the usual suspect that come with a revival. But once brought back to life, these cars are known for their reliability and ease of maintenance. Parts availability is good, the aftermarket is strong, and the Oldsmobile community remains passionate. That makes this project approachable even for those taking on a classic for the first time. At $6,500, this Cutlass Supreme is priced as a solid foundation for restoration, a car with both emotional history and classic appeal. Whether someone wants to restore it back to factory form, build it into a street cruiser, or simply enjoy bringing an old piece of American automotive history back to the road, this 1976 Cutlass offers a meaningful opportunity. It's a piece of the past waiting for its next chapter. Number 15. The 1972 Pontiac Grand Prix, listed at just $1,850 and located in Fayetteville, North Carolina, is one of those rare budget-friendly classics that still delivers the unmistakable style, attitude, and road presence that Pontiac was known for. Showing 116,000 miles and equipped with an automatic transmission, this Grand Prix stands as a surprisingly strong and usable driver for its age, especially considering the amount of recent work that has already been done. The seller describes it as a car that runs and drives great, which is impressive for a 52-year-old coupe at this price point. Many Grand Prix models from the early 70s ended up sitting in fields or becoming long-term projects, but this one has clearly been kept alive and maintained. A long list of fresh parts has already been handled, including a brand new radiator, new transmission, new exhaust, new brakes, and more. These are major components that often cost owners big money down the road, so having them already done is a huge advantage for anyone looking for an affordable, reliable classic. Pontiac's Grand Prix lineup in 1972 represented the sweet spot between luxury and performance. With its long front nose, wide stance, and cockpit-style interior, the Grand Prix had a commanding look and feel, almost like a personal luxury muscle car. Even today, enthusiasts appreciate the bold lines, the aggressive front end, and the confident way these cars occupy the road. Whether cruising through town or stretching its legs on a highway, this car still delivers that classic American driving experience. Smooth, powerful, and unmistakably from the golden era. The seller notes that the car just needs a paint job, which is a common and often expected task for a car of this age. But needing paint also gives the next owner the freedom to choose a direction. Factory-correct restoration, a modern custom look, or even a patina-style finish to keep the classic character alive. Underneath that faded or worn exterior is a mechanically refreshed cruiser that the seller confidently says they would drive anywhere. At only $1,850, this Grand Prix offers incredible value for anyone wanting to step into classic car world without breaking the bank. It's the kind of car that could serve as a weekend project, a budget-friendly daily cruiser, or even the starting point for a full custom build. And with so much mechanical work already handled, the hard part has been done. You just get to enjoy the drive and decide how far you want to take it. For buyers who appreciate affordable classics with real potential, this 1972 Pontiac Grand Prix is absolutely worth a look. Reliable, stylish, and price a move, it's a great chance to bring a piece of Pontiac history home for less than the cost of most used modern beaters. The seller invites interested buyers to PM for more details, but one thing is already clear. Deals like this don't stay around for long.